All right, what's up, everybody? So, thank you for joining me tonight. My name is Gene Boykin. I'm the founder of the GoGetter Family Real Estate Academy, where I teach people to buy investment properties by becoming the bank, taking over an existing mortgage, or if the house is owned outright, then you turn the seller into your bank. Thus, you don't need a lump sum of money, or you don't have to go to a bank and fill out credit applications, qualify for debt, show W-2s, proof of income, anything like that. So tonight, I'm doing my 30 lives and 30 nights for the people, man. I'm getting you guys this game. And we've been going super hard. It's just over at a new property that I'll be taking possession of on the 1st. I was over there today. I put a video up on my IG, on my TikTok. Then I was just on the phone I'm in Iowa. I was on the phone with a seller out of Denver, Colorado that has a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo that is distressed. And then he has a, 6-bedroom, 4-bathroom house that's valued at 1.9 million, according to Zillow. I was just on the phone with him today. I recorded those calls too, the one from yesterday and then the one from today. So we're busy out here. So what I'm talking to you about tonight is how you find the best deals to buy. All right. A lot of real estate investors fail, 95% to be exact. Okay. And one of the problems is that I realized is that that number is so high because so many people are going after on-market deals, man. They're going after the same deals, the deals that are for sale, listed by realtors, for sale by owner, right? They might even have notifications set up for Zillow when a house comes on the market for them to get a notification. Well, guess what? You're competing with everybody else, and that person wants retail value. So if it's for sale, guys, I don't want it. And we get the best deals off market, no competition leads. So tonight, I'm going to give you the blueprint and the information on where you find those, because what I'm doing for you guys is this. I'm having a challenge coming up. All right. It's the Becoming the Bank challenge, where it's going to be 5 days straight of me giving you guys the game. And tonight is a little piece of that. All right. It's part of my ACEs system. Or I'm sorry, this is the 4 P's of real estate investing, where find the property. So I'm going to give you guys a little piece of that tonight. But for this challenge, my goal is to get at least 20 people out of that challenge for sure to buy a house within 30 days by becoming the bank. No credit checks, don't need a lump sum of money out of your own pocket. We buy the house by doing real estate the right way. All right. So guys, thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget, hit that like button. All right. First off, and if you feel like I bring you some value, I want you to consider subscribing to my channel if you're new. All right. Or you can just be a player about it and hit that subscribe button. Get us into the algorithm, man, for the people. But thank you guys for joining me tonight, man. Hit that like button, y'all. I'm going to give you some game.
I'm a go-getter. They some go-getters. We some go-getters. Hope you a go-getter. Let's get it. I'm a go-getter. They some go-getters. We some go-getters. Hope you a go-getter. Let's get it. I'm a go-getter. Hustle to the end. We some no quitters. Knock it out the park. We for show hitters. Right, left hemisphere. That's a dome splitter. Yeah. We control our own destiny. Make moves. Cultivate whole legacy. Creative finance. Bring more ecstasy. The right ingredients. Now that's a dope recipe.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Now, guys, you know what it is. I love to answer your questions. All right. So I'll do that on the second half of the show. If you do have any questions, just put them in the comments. All right. And I've got some regular viewers, and I appreciate you guys being on here, getting this information in the 30 Lives and 30 Nights edition. But if there's anybody new, and for even the people that are regular watchers, I want you to put where you're from when you ask that first question. All right. Because I love to know where people are from. And I want the other viewers to see that there's people all over the country coming to check us out. All right. Now, a couple of things, because I'm going to give you guys some straight game tonight, where to find the best off-market leads, because he who has the deal has the juice, guys. A lot of people don't know where to get started in real estate, and you know, don't know exactly like kind of what to do, you know. So what we're doing with the GoGetter Family Academy is we're creating a community, all right, a community, a family, the GoGetter family of like-minded individuals that have the knowledge to get these transactions done and to get in the real estate game um, without having to do it the traditional way. All right. Me personally, I will never step foot into a bank again to go in there and to borrow money to buy an investment property. I just don't live in that world anymore. You know what I mean? I found out through my mentors that there's a whole nother world that we have pretty much been lied to our whole lives about real estate and how to invest and how to invest the right way. All right. What's kind of sad about it is this. Gotta hit my inhaler, y'all. So, what's kind of sad about it is this. I'm buying another house, all right, in my city, man. Beautiful neighborhood, great neighborhood. I went in there today, got a key made, right? Because I don't take possession till the first, but I've already got it under contract, so I'm going to start marketing that thing, so I don't have to spend my own money. And I had someone with me, as you know, a private investor, potential private investor, and so he's seeing it with his own eyes, man. We walk through the house, all that stuff. And what happens is with traditional real estate, we have had this information, this misinformation, I should call it, just put out there, man, everywhere. You need a realtor. Only realtors know about real estate. And while I love realtors, I love you guys because I know your hustle. I know how hard you work. I've got students that are realtors. But the way that they've been taught real estate is not the right way. They've been taught the wrong way to do real estate. And most people don't realize that, though, because it's been put out there to the public that, you've got to go get a loan from a bank. You've got to show your W-2s. Don't get any credit checks 3 months before you're trying to get approved for a mortgage. Realtors are the know-alls, right, in real estate, when that is just not true. But they want us to have these rules that they're putting out there. That's what they want us to have. They don't want us to operate by the rules that they operate by, guys. But I'm here to give it to the people, man. So my guy Saeed says, this is hard for me, bruh, finding the off market warm leads. Well, guess what? The GoGetter family is about to plug you in, homie. We got you. So I'm doing that challenge, guys, coming up. And so I've got some slides for you because in that challenge, man, I've been refining my systems so that I could break it down. So I've got the 7 steps to becoming the bank, but within those 7 steps, there are things that you need to do. So within those 7 steps, I've got systems within that, right? I've got my ACEs system. Okay. ACEs, awareness, credibility and counseling, education, and then secure the deal, ACEs. And there's information within that. Because this is my problem, guys. If you were anything like me, right? Like Saeed says in his comment, this is hard for him finding deals, right? But if you don't have a system or a way to do this or the knowledge, just like I didn't, right? All I had was my instinct. And then I had the stuff that they put out there to Barnes and Nobles, for me. And then YouTube University. But I will say this, nobody is going to give you all the information that you need in on YouTube. Like, it just doesn't happen, man. I try to give you guys as much as I possibly can. But guys, to get what you need, man, you've got to dig for that information. But this is the problem too. You have got to give yourself time for the learning curve. All right. You give yourself time for that learning curve. And with that, you understand that you don't wake up knowing this stuff. All right. So it's okay for you to go out there and to do the wrong thing, to say the wrong thing, right? To make that mistake. Mistakes are so valuable for us because one, I applaud my people, right? My students, my team, if they make a mistake, because what that means to me is they are out there taking action. They're taking action, because if you're not taking action, you can't make any mistakes because you're just sitting at home on the couch playing Madden or whatever, dude, watching soap operas. I don't know, because I don't even get to watch TV, man. I might get a wink of TV in, man, occasionally. Like, but I'm taking action. I've made the mistakes too, guys, right? But a lot of people, what happens is They're not willing to go through that learning curve. They're not willing to go through that learning curve. So it's hard for them to pick up some of the information, right? Or hard for them to pick up some of the concepts. And then what ends up happening after that, since you don't give yourself that chance, you've got to give it to yourself. Damn what anybody else says. Damn what anybody else thinks. Who even cares, right? Sometimes we are harder on ourselves than the world is on us. So since we won't give ourselves that learning curve, that time for that learning curve, we will get into this stuff, and then after a while, we're just like, man, no, to hell with this. I can't do this. It's too hard or whatever. And you end up stopping, man. You end up stopping when you could have had so much more. This stuff is really is life altering. All right. It really is life altering. So let's dive in, man. Let's dive in. Don't forget, guys, to hit that like button. And if you're new to my channel, consider subscribing. All right. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys so that you guys can get a glimpse of this, man. This stuff goes super hard. Let me make sure everything is right. Oh, we got that. Share. And yes. All right, so I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of this right now. This is my 4 P's of real estate investing. Okay, my 4 P's of real estate investing. Now tonight, we're just gonna go with the first P of real estate investing: problem. Problem. And we've got to find a problem. That's the key. And you find problems off market. You find those problems off market because what happens is most people that are selling their homes, they don't want to sell. They have to sell because they have some sort of problem. But now that it's listed, they want to get a full retail market value for that property. And a lot of times they're just not up to snuff. I got a guy call me today, man, and he's looking at a house that he went and did some work on that's like 330,000. There's about 2 weeks left on the listing, and they can't sell it. It's with a realtor. They can't sell it because they don't have enough equity, and there needs to be some repairs and just some other stuff. So he calls me. He's like, "Hey man, I want this house to live in. What do you charge for like a consultation to get the deal done?" He's like, I was trying to kind of talk to him a little bit about it because I've partnered with this guy and I sold him another one of my houses. So I talked to him a little bit about it, but I couldn't, spit it out the way that it needed to be spit out. I was like, hey man, if you said you're living in it, he's like, yeah. I was like, bro, I got you. We'll work something out, but I'll take care of you. But there are more and more people that have these problems, guys. They have a problem for us to solve. This gentleman in Denver with the $1.9 million house, 1.9 million. And we just talked about that house tonight at the end of our second phone call because I've already got pretty much his problem resolved on the condo that he's living in. See, he's living in the condo, 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. That's worth about 350 to 400,000. Okay, I'm showing that he has a balance right now on his mortgage of 227, and then he's got about maybe $8,000 in homeowners association liens. So that's 235 right there. I sell that thing for under market value at 300, and that's $65,000 in profit, man. Come on now. But I'm solving his problems. He just didn't know where to go, but he had to have a problem. And he said it tonight. And I got this recorded too, y'all, because I was on Zoom talking on speakerphone so I could bring it to the people. But this is what he said. He said, you know what? I'm so glad that I called y'all. I'm so glad that I called y'all because I had my VA text messaging him. But we were looking for him because we were searching for a particular problem. And I pulled this list. I pulled the foreclosure list. That I know there's a problem. So we don't buy houses, guys. We buy problems. So here are some of the problems. First off is foreclosures. All right. And this is what a foreclosure is. I'm giving you guys the game tonight. So I want you guys to drop some flames in them comments. Drop some flames in them comments, man. I got you. I'm going to give you guys the game. So foreclosures, the public sale of a mortgage property following foreclosure of the loan secured by that property. So I'm a foreclosure specialist, but I will buy any problem, right? Any motivation, whether it's divorce. See, this guy's divorced. He's got divorce, probate, and foreclosure. Sometimes you will have it's called in psychiatry, it's called comorbidity. He is comorbid. What that means is he has one, like in psychiatry, comorbid means that you have more than one mental illness. you are diagnosed with multiple different mental illnesses. Well, with the go-getter family and real estate and our motivations, problems, he is comorbid. I have diagnosed him with more than one problem. Now, his first problem, and this is how we found him, foreclosure. Now, depending on the type of foreclosure proceeding, the sale may be administered by the courts, a judicial foreclosure, or by an appointed trustee. That is a statutory foreclosure. You'll have to check your state, but either way, we're good. Proceeds of the sale are used to satisfy the claims of the mortgagee, primarily with any excess going to the mortgagor. So the mortgagor is like us. We borrowed the money. We're the mortgagor. The mortgagee is the bank. All right. So the proceeds go to the bank, and anything over what is owed, if there's no other liens on the property, it'll go to the person that, lost their house, right? That normally doesn't happen too often, though. Very rare, very, very rare. What's funny about this is, guys, so I'm looking over some paperwork that he sent me. And I told him that, I see that there's some new viewers on here. I'm on Facebook tonight and YouTube. I got back up on that. So I want you guys to hit that like button. All right. And drop some flames in the comments, whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, or whatever. So, cause I'm going to give you this game. So I appreciate you guys watching. But anyway, he's in foreclosure, right? And when you're in foreclosure, to make that foreclosure proceeding legitimate, the lender, whoever's foreclosing on you, they have to, I thought I had something on my new table. Anyway, they have to publish that foreclosure action in a local publication at least 4 times so that, people have access to it and any other creditors might see that. Well, what messes me up is how they did him. I've got it right here. This is some of the paperwork that he sent me. His girlfriend emailed it to me so I can look over it. And it says it right here. It says the first publication was August 12th of 2022. The last publication was 9/9 of 2022, and he's in Denver, Colorado. But listen to where they published it. They are trying to trick us, y'all. They're trying to play us, but they can't play the go-getter family because we know where to look. We know the rules, man. So we can play the game to win it. We can play the game to win it. See, the difference is this. What is the people mess up because we don't believe that we can get the results that we seek. Even though, like, you guys are watching me right now, and I know most of the people watching right now believe that they can get those results because you guys come and you watch, man, and you ask questions and you're soaking up this information. But a lot of people out there, they don't believe that they can get those results that they want, even though they see other people are achieving those same results. And if other people are achieving them, that means that there is a way, right? So what is your ability to believe in your desired outcome? I'm going to ask you that again. What is your ability to believe that you can achieve your desired outcome? Believe it within yourself, because this information is out there. And I have people all the time like, oh, well, I couldn't find it on the sheriff's auction. I put it in Google. I couldn't find it, or it's not in my newspaper and this and that. Well, that's because they're trying to bury it away. So I said all that to say, I told you the dates of the publication of this foreclosure. This is where they published it, though. He's in Denver. So they didn't post it in the Rocky Mountain newspaper or whatever they call it, or the Denver Post, the 2 big ones where everybody would look, right? They posted it in the Intermountain Jewish News. Now, come on now. Now, come on now. The Intermountain Jewish News? Ain't nobody reading that. What is that even? So that's where they're posting foreclosure notices? Huh? They trying to get us, y'all. They're trying to get us. All right. But it is out there, right? So we have to be willing to dig. And then we also have to have the ability that we believe we will achieve our desired outcome. I follow by faith all the time. I don't subscribe to fear, man. And this is why I get to my goals. That doesn't mean that I don't have hardships. All right. But because I do, but I embrace those hardships and I don't seek out things that I'm fearful of. Oh, what if this goes wrong? Oh, what if that goes wrong? Because that's what you will attract, right? That's what you will attract. I always tell myself, I know I'm going to get to my goal. I know it, no matter what the obstacle is. You know what I mean? So I had to tell you guys that, man. The Intermountain Jewish News is what they publish the fucking foreclosures in, dude. And excuse my language, but damn. They trying to play us. So foreclosures, guys. Now, an example is anyone may bid on properties at a foreclosure sale as a practical matter. However, most properties are acquired by the lender, often for the amount owed on the foreclosed loan. All right. So what that means is the lender will set a certain amount that they have to get. It's almost like a reserve at an auction. Like it won't be sold unless it gets bid up to this amount, right? Well, a lot of times they don't get bid up to that amount, and the bank doesn't own that house. We still own it. That house is just collateral for the money that the bank loaned us. So so the bank has already bid that amount essentially. All right, because banking's some weird shit, dude. Like it's some weird smoke and mirrors stuff. So if nobody bids, say it's 100,000 and the bid only gets up to 99,000, well, guess what? The bank just bought a house for 100,000 because they were owed that 100,000. So now they have a house in their REO department, their real estate owned department. They don't even want to have that on their books, but that's usually what happens, guys. All right. Now, the key to off-market deals, finding a problem. Here's another problem: vacant properties. Right, a property that has no personal property in the home that would allow someone to live there. That is what the definition of a vacant property is. All right, vacant properties, they face a higher risk of loss from vandalism, back taxes, city code violations, and abandonment. All right, so back taxes. If it's abandoned, a vacant property, ain't nobody tripping about them taxes. They like, shit, I got other stuff to do. I don't even forget that house. That's why it's vacant. So they get behind on taxes. Or they get overgrown stuff, right? Or tree branch will fall on it and they don't fix it. So now they're getting city code violations, which for those of you that know me from TikTok that are on here, I had that red tag video that went viral. That was a city code violation. We just call them red tags here in my city. Right. So people are also like, yeah, I go down to the courthouse. I ask them about the red tags. They don't know what I'm talking about. Guys, we can't take no for an answer. So you got to get creative. You got to say, okay, well, it's not a red tag. What about city code violations? Oh, you don't have those? You don't know what that is? Okay. So what happens when a person's grass is overgrown, and they won't cut it, but you guys are getting complaints? Who handles that? And then they tell you the department and you go talk to them. You got to keep asking them questions until they can't. The questions are so simple that they can't tell you they don't know. Otherwise, they are negligent and they should be fired from that job. Bottom line. I mean, then you can file a Freedom of Information Act because this is all public record, guys. But a thing to know about vacant properties as a problem, okay? One, again, they get lost to back taxes. There's a city code violations, abandonment, but insurance premiums are much higher on vacant properties because of the higher risk of vandals. All right. If a property is empty, it's a higher likelihood that somebody will vandalize it. And insurance companies realize this, so they charge a higher premium when that property is vacant. It's called vacancy insurance. And we use that term when in our buying process. Right? Do you have vacancy insurance? Right? So we got some techniques. But an example is a property owned by an out-of-state owner that cannot keep the property occupied has a higher tendency of letting that property deteriorate until lost or taken away somehow. So you're going to be able to find those vacant properties again down at your driving for dollars is one way, but then at your treasurer's office, who is behind on their taxes, city code violations. That is a great one. City code violations. And if they don't have a list, all you do is ask them, okay, you don't have a list. I understand that. How about you just give me your last 10 filings? The last 10 filings. There you go. Right. So on to the next. Guys, am I giving you guys some game here or what? Am I dropping some gems on you? I sure hope so, man. I sure hope I am. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. I'll keep dropping this game on y'all, man. So let's see here. Now, Tired Landlords, one of my all-time favorites. Tired Landlords is one of my all-time favorites because Tired Landlords, they were, wannabe investors. All right. So they are open to I got a colleague in Jacksonville, Florida, that was an investor back in the 90s, and he was new to investing. So he knows these creative ways now. That's why I call him a colleague, but he didn't know them back then. And he bought 7 houses, all with credit, right? Borrowed the money. And he didn't know much about, landlording and renting houses out. So the first lady, he said that she would give him the deposit, and I think she paid like the first 2 months rent. She didn't pay rent after that, and he said, I come to find out she was a serial squatter. Right. So he has these 7 houses, and it's beating up on him, man. It's taking a toll on him. He's not making any money. He's got people in there not paying rent. He doesn't know what the hell to do. So he tries to sell them, and he can't because he doesn't have enough equity. So it'll cost him money to sell them. He did an interview on my YouTube, man. We talked about this exact thing. And so he couldn't find anybody to sell them. So he tries to give them back to the bank. The bank won't take them. The bank's like, no, nope, nope. We want our money. We'll get them back when we foreclose on you. So he tried, couldn't sell them. You know what he did, guys? This is why my ACEs method is so important. But you know what he did? He freaking just walked away. He walked away from those houses and got 7 foreclosure judgments against him. Lost all 7 houses. Had he known about this strategy, or somebody pulled up on him and made him aware that they could do this, he would have gladly turned over those 7 houses on terms, or let somebody take over the debt, whatever, because he just walked away. So he just gave them up. So we could have got them for free. But landlords get into real estate investing because they want a formal monthly cash flow. Unfortunately, cash flow becomes very scarce when you have to make any big repairs throughout the year. Right? Any big repairs, that comes out of your profit, because as a landlord, you're responsible for the maintenance and the repairs. Then you have to chase down your tenants every month to collect your rent payment, guys. Landlords are sitting on the edge of their seats, chewing on their fingernails when it gets close to the first of the month, man. A situation where a go-getter would find tired landlords are in eviction court because they haven't been receiving rent payments. So you can go get the eviction notices list. And then you'll get the information. You'll get the person that's being evicted, and then you'll get the plaintiff who brought that case. The plaintiff is the property owner. So guess what? They own a property. All you do is skip trace them. That is public record. And the best part about all this is you can go down to your clerk's office and get it. And guess what? Now you're the first person to touch base with that tired landlord. And you use the Go-Getter Family ACEs method, which I'll be teaching in the Becoming the Bank challenge, where there's the awareness. So we make them aware of us, whether it's marketing, advertising, cold calling, whatever, however we do it. And I'm going to be teaching that. But the C in ACEs, the counseling and credibility. So we don't go to them talking about how much we'll give them for their property. No, we go to them in a counseling scenario and a credibility building scenario where we're talking to them, we're asking them questions. All right. We are doing a needs assessment to find out what their needs are. Then we can control that conversation and take it down the path that we need it to, so we can show them what's in it for them, because that's what every person thinks. What's in it for me? But what we're doing is we're opening up their eyes to these other options. Man, I love this stuff. Most landlords carry debt on their investment properties, making conditions much more favorable for us to acquire that property, guys. All right, because they are carrying that debt. And if they're not getting monthly rent payments, guess what's happening? They have to pay those mortgage payments out of their own pocket when they were counting on the monthly rent to do that. So they want to get rid of that property. I met a landlord, like a new investor. He had been investing just for a year. He owned 5 units, 1 3-unit property and 1 2-unit property. And I asked him how much his cash flow is. And guess what he said? He said, oh, cash flow? Well, what's that? I was blown away. I was like, wow, this guy owns 5 units and he doesn't even know WTF what cash flow is. What in the hell? Now, another one, guys, is divorce. All right. And let me see what's going on in these comments. Because if y'all drop some flames for your boy, I see a couple. There's some comments in here tonight. All right. All right. Zuli D up on here. My guy Saeed. Jenna Medley. Okay, Jenna from Lincoln, Nebraska. I don't remember seeing you on here before. All right. Somebody, a Facebook user, I don't know why it pops up like that now, says, what? OMG, I didn't even know this was happening. But hey, you're here now. I love it. Love it. Okay. All right, guys, let me get back to it. Make sure you're hitting that like button too, because I'm giving you guys the game. And for those that are new popping on, my name is Gene Boykin. Hello. Oh, can you guys hear me? Shit. Can you guys hear me? Let me make sure y'all can hear me, man. Damn. Oh, yeah, you can. Good. Whoo, shit, dude. I don't know what the hell. Anyway, for those of you that are new, my name is Gene Boykin. I'm the founder of the GoGetter Family Real Estate Investing Academy, all right, where I teach people to become the bank. And I help people to either get their first property or to 2X their number of investment properties, all with little to no money out of their own pocket and no credit checks. And we can get that done in up to 90 days. All right. So you can get it before 90 days, but it should only take you 90 days if you follow my system. I will be having the Becoming the Bank Challenge, guys, coming up here soon. I'm going to start advertising it to you guys, man, when we're ready to go. I got something I got to do next week, man. I'm hyped, though. I'm super hyped about this challenge. But thank you guys for joining me tonight. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you feel like I bring you some value, consider subscribing. All right. All right. Or just be a player about it. Damn. So the next problem, though, see, this is way better, guys, than going to Zillow, going to Redfin, and going to all these other freaking websites and looking for properties that are for sale, and then calling these people up and saying, "Hey, are you still interested in selling your house? Hey, on Zillow it says you want 150,000. Will you take 130? Huh? What? They've gotten 50, 60, 70 phone calls asking that same dumb shit, dude. No, they're tired of hearing it, man. So if we seek out a problem, this is what my one of my executive coaches in our Facebook group the other day talked about, a post that said identifying your audience, right? So we've got to know who we're speaking to. Our audience can be an audience of one person. We've got to know who we are talking to. So if we, instead of calling houses that are for sale on Zillow, if we instead pull a list like this divorce list, if we go down to the county clerk's office and get the divorce filings, we know that these people have a divorce problem. Usually with a divorce, it's a 2-income household and somebody's leaving with a divorce. One person's staying in the house, the other person's leaving. Well, guess what? That income is leaving with them, but those bills stay the same. So we can call these people and we don't just jump out there and say, "Hey, I saw you on a divorce list." No, we have a particular way of talking to them. And that's our credibility and counseling section of ACEs, along with the E, education, right? So we have a particular way, though. We'll come at them kind of like something like this. Now what we're a company that has a unique way of partnering with property owners to help them to pull money out of their properties when they've come against some unforeseen circumstances. Maybe their level of income dropped, or they lost one of their incomes out of their household. I mean, people can have all types of problems, but what we're here to do is partner with those property owners to help put them in our equity acceleration program and help them pull money out of their property and to get them back in control and stop their problems. And we can get that done in as fast as 24 hours. That's a power statement, but you say it to that person and they're like, "Man, this guy's speaking right to my situation." So they're more prone to listen to us, guys. I got the phone call recorded with me and the guy from Denver, and I said that power statement, and I kicked it to him better than I just did right here because I got a million things running through my mind. But he's like, "Well, you're saying all the right things. I like what you're saying." And I have one of my students on the Zoom watching, and my student's like, "Yeah, yeah." I'm like, "Hell yeah, dude, I love it." So anyway, again, with divorces, it's when two people living together have gotten a legal separation, and divorces are good problems to solve because people have merged their lives together, all right, as well as their incomes in most cases. So if those incomes are merged and then one of them leaves, I mean, shit, one of the parties in that marriage will be leaving the house they bought together. A lot of times the mortgage is in one person's name and not the other's. So figuring out a way to get that untangled takes much more than just a realtor. It does. After untangling the knot, the economic impact takes effect. Going from 2 incomes to 1 is not an easy situation to get used to. So what we do is we come in and we let these people know that we can absolutely 110% help them. All right. And by doing that, like I said, the mortgage, it's usually in one of the people's name. So we can come in and we can buy this house by just taking over the existing mortgage, giving them debt relief. That's what I told the guy from Denver tonight on the house that's worth 1.9 million. 1.9 million, guys. Million. Dude, I got the phone call recorded, so I ain't even, yeah, I'm not your regular YouTube expert that just be out here fucking talking and not doing this shit. Like, I'm doing it. And is it not amazing that we can buy an investment property without having to go qualify for that debt, without having to go jump through the hoops of the bank, of underwriting, right? I mean, is that not awesome that we can purchase a house without having to show proof of income, our W-2s, having to bite our nails whether our credit score will be high enough, right? I mean, could you imagine that? Could you imagine buying a house? And dude, I'm going to buy one of these houses for me and my family to move to as well, because I live in Iowa, dude, and I'm out of here. Deuces. I'm gone. But I'm not moving until I buy a house this way. So, oh, that's T, the Facebook user. All right, what up, T? So I'm not moving till I buy a house this way. I mean, just bottom line. But I am searching and seeking out problems to solve, guys. Problems to solve, you know. And this is the thing too, right? This is the thing too. With our ACEs method, when you are in the A stage, awareness, what you're doing here is, what is your character? Your character. All right. And what I mean by that is, Myron Golden says this, right? What is your character in the marketplace? What are you going to be known as? The type of character, your business. What type of character does your business have? Are you like, there's a guy in my city, man. We buy houses cash. We buy houses cash. We sell on contract. We sell, and he's known for certain things, guys. Me, I don't have bandit signs. That's not what I do for awareness. It's just not. I mean, you can do that, right? That's one of the tactics, but that's not what I do. All right. What I do is I put up, I've got signs on my properties that I'm working on at the time that have the We Buy Houses and Help People logo, 1-800 number. Experienced home ownership consultants. That is my character in the marketplace, of a person who has a unique way of partnering with property owners to help get them back in control and help them to pull cash out of their property instead of putting it in. That is my character. What is your character in the marketplace? What is your company's character? And in the beginning, guys, I understand that you guys are your company. I just showed my group coaching students my first website, man, and that thing was sad. It wasn't even a website, dude. It was like a landing page that you can get through PropStream, right? That thing was sad. I was so proud of it too. Oh my God. And it took me hours to do that little thing. That thing didn't have no graphics, nothing. I'm not computer literate. Man, I was so proud of that thing too. Oh my God. I even posted on my Facebook. I posted that thing on my Facebook. I should show you guys, man. That thing's a joke, dude. But I'm telling you guys this, man, because I want you guys to know that, one, I didn't just wake up one day and start just buying houses. I didn't. I went through that journey, man. I worked at a landscaping company full time, and I was doing real estate investing with my partner, the traditional way, borrowing money, man. So we were going through hell, and I did 3 flips in 3 years. I went through it, dude. But I had that hunger inside of me where I was not going to stop. Right. And then my ability to believe in my desired outcome was through the roof. And now I've got the desired outcome and I've got the information, but it's because I continued to seek it out. And I kept telling my partner, because I gave myself that learning curve. I'm like, dude, I'm not even tripping because I'm learning so much right now. I was learning so much before I even discovered this strategy, guys. All right. So let me get back to this because I want to give you guys this game. I get off on tangents. My apologies. For those of you that are new popping in, my name is Gene Boykin. I'm the founder of the GoGetter Family Real Estate Academy, where we teach you guys to become the bank and buy investment properties by doing real estate the right way, with no credit checks, no W-2s, no debt to income ratios, proof of income, no qualifying. You don't need a realtor. You don't need any of that. We are in a whole different world. All right. So if you're new to the channel, hit that like button and consider subscribing if you feel like I bring you some value. Out-of-state owners is the next problem. This means the person or entity that owns this property is in a different geographical area than the actual house itself. making it more difficult to maintain the property and to supervise the management of it. All right. This is another situation that creative financing and subject to are beneficial to both parties. All right. It ends up turning into an investment that begins to cost the out of state owner money rather than make them a profit, because they've got to pay all of these people to find tenants to put in there, to manage those tenants, to then find contractors when something goes wrong, and to be able to trust that those contractors are doing the job right that they're paying them for. But they're out of state. They're so far away. They don't know what the hell's going on. So we jump in and we can help them. And you can just get that off the public records roll, man, and see, because it tells the people's address, guys. I'm about to show you some letters that I got in the mail for my houses. Anyway, another one is code violations. These are violations from the city or local government that are usually for lack of maintenance to the property. Code violations can result in liens being placed on the property and ultimately losing the property because of unresolved violations, giving us the unique opportunity to buy this house by taking over the existing debt, or when owned outright, turning the seller into our bank and making payments to them. The next thing, guys, the next problem is probate. All right. These are properties that someone inherited. They inherited this property. So they've already got their own bills, their own rent, their own mortgage, their own car payment. And then they hear that their great aunt, Bethel died and left them a house. Well, Bethel, she had a mortgage on that property. So somebody's got to make those mortgage payments. Well, can you make a surprise mortgage payment? Right. Neither could I. So, these inherited properties usually come with updates and repairs that need to be made, or an existing mortgage that has to be serviced. All right. In both cases, our investing strategy allows us more maneuverability than traditional investors. We can help. We can help. Now, the next thing you want to do is just build a list of addresses from that problem. You build that list of addresses. If it's for sale, guys, I don't want it. I don't want it if it's for sale. I've got to go talk to you and let you know that you still have options and you can sell it when you thought that you couldn't. All right. So I'm giving you guys the sauce here, man. I want to see some questions. I want to see some flames in them comment sections. So you can Google the name of your county and put sheriff sale or auction. All right. In Google, this technique allows us to find off-market properties that have to find a resolution in one way, shape, or form. This will give you the list of all properties in that specific county, along with the dates, location, and time that the property is being sold. County clerk's office, guys. This is what I consider to be the hub of any courthouse. The hub. It's like the customer service for the business. So you can get a list. You can get a list for the problems you're looking to solve. So, for example, eviction notices list, foreclosure sale list, divorce list, and probate list. Furthermore, the county clerks can point you in the direction to the specific office you need for the question that you have. So if you just go to that county clerk's office and you ask whatever your question is, if they can't answer it, they are supposed to know what department, the recorder's office, the treasurers, the assessors, whatever it is, they'll point you in that direction. That's why I say they're the hub. And then the county clerk's office is where court cases are filed. An eviction is a court proceeding. A divorce, court proceeding. Probate, that is a court proceeding. Foreclosure, guess what that is, guys? Guess what it is? It's a foreclosure proceeding. Are you guys following me here? Like, are we vibing? You guys getting what I'm putting down? I'm giving you the game. Public records websites. This tool allows you to find lists for the problem you have chosen from the comfort of your own home. So you can also get ownership information, transaction history, and tax information all in one location from a public records website. I tell all of my students, have that damn public records website for your market. You need it. You got to have it, man, because you're looking these damn properties up. PropStream. This is a tool that you got to pay for. All right. However, you will have access to public records, to the MLS, which is the software that realtors use. And the realtors only have access to the MLS in their geographical area. With PropStream, you've got it nationwide. MLS data, man. And then you got public records nationwide. Why do you guys think I'm buying houses and got my text messaging campaign going in Las Vegas and in Denver, Colorado? Because of PropStream, guys. So it's a one-stop shop for real estate investors, man. And that is the most powerful tool that I've ever gotten in real estate, man. And I'll tell you what, now my text messaging campaign with my virtual assistants and the software that we use is starting to come into a close second now. That text messaging campaign, that shit's going hard, but PropStream, that's where I got my list from. That when I'm talking to prospects on the phone, when you guys hear some of these recorded calls, if you come to my challenge, when you hear some of these recorded calls, you'll see the Zoom, and you'll see on that Zoom, I screen shared. So you'll see what I'm doing as I'm talking to them. I've got some of my documents pulled up that help me to overcome objections and things like that, right? So that I have some reference points. But then I have PropStream up because PropStream makes me look like I do this. I have some information that most don't because I'm rattling off years of ownership and how much equity they have and who lives there and all that stuff. And that's from PropStream, guys. I love PropStream. And there's what I did was I left a link for 7-day of free trial of where I get my property data from. So click that link in the description of this video. All right. So that's the end of that section of the 4 P's, guys. Problems. Woo, man, I need to. I was dropping that heat on y'all tonight, boy. Man, woo. It's hot up in here. It's hot up in here. I just gave you guys the game, man. I just gave you guys some sauce, dude. Straight up, man. My guy Saeed. Now Saeed said this hard for me, bro. Finding the off-market warm leads. I need this. Well, I hope it ain't hard no more, brother. Because I just gave you the game. What's good, Jay Moniz? What's happening? All right, obsessions. Hey, what are you obsessed with? That's what I want to know. Jay Moniz, Massachusetts. Sheldon, Iowa. Trevor Limoges. What's happening? Where in Massachusetts, she says. What's a good way to find buyers? A good way to find buyers. One good way, man. One good hack that I'll give you is go down to your foreclosure, your sheriff's auction. All right, when the auction's going on. Because guess what those people are down there? They're buyers. They're at a foreclosure auction. So they want to buy investment properties. That's a great place. Great place to find buyers. All right. Hey, we got neighbors on here. My guy. Definitely should squad up. Yeah, we don't squad up around here. We come together. We're a family, man. GoGetter family. We comes together. A request form, and what they're telling you to request, obsessions, is their Freedom of Information Act request. So what I would do if I was you, since they're, some places, obsessions, just so you know, some courthouses, that's the only way they'll give you public record information. Like that's part of their procedure. So you go down there and ask for it, and they're like, yeah, all you got to do is fill out the Freedom of Information Act form, and then we'll give it to you. And that's just what their procedure is, which is cool. That's nothing. So you got to look at it in 2 ways, obsessions. All right. One, they told you how to get the information from them. So that's a good thing. And then 2, you're learning how to fill that form out. And then you're getting that list. So that's all good. So fuck it. Just do it, because you're learning along the way. And this is what these types of things, obsessions, will build you up to an expert. That'll build you up to being an expert. Okay. Damn, $2,000 rent for $100,000 spend. Holy shit. So a $200,000 house in Fort Wayne, Indiana is going to rent for $4,000. Jesus, dude, JT, that's amazing. So with our tenant buyers, right? Because we get all the benefits of a landlord with none of the headaches, dude, we would cash flow out of this world and get some crazy down payments on that thing, man. Wow. That's amazing. How do you get the foreclosure list? I went through that, Jay Medley. You get that foreclosure list in a number of different ways. You can get it on your sheriff's auction website, right? You just put in the name of your county, and then you put sheriff's sale in Google. Then you hit enter, and then you make sure you look for the government website. Don't go to the paid website. Also, you can look in the legal section of your newspaper. Now, I just showed you how in Denver, they didn't put it in the main newspapers. They put it in the Intermountain Jewish newspaper. I think it's called. I mean, yep, the Intermountain Jewish News, motherfucker. So what you do is, Jenna, you just go ahead and call on down to the and Jenna's from Lincoln, Nebraska. All right. You just call on down to the sheriff's office and you just ask them, well, where do you guys publish your foreclosures? Since you have to publish them 4 times, they have to be published in a local publication. What publication is that? That's all you ask them. That's it. Hmm. Glad you recognize that, man. Eh, I mean, yeah, that's not I guess a terrible. I don't do that personally, um, because from my experience, man, agents they're one they don't want you to call to waste their time because they're always hustling and bustling. So if you find a house you like and call the listing agent and you just ask them if they have anything else similar off market, they're gonna be like, "Well, I got this house. Do you want this house? Like, is that what you're calling for?" Right? I mean, they're really, kind of be, abrasive and abrupt, and short with you. I don't do that personally. I like to be the first person to get to that. So the MLS does have great data for off-market deals, though, I will say that. So if you have a relationship with an agent, that's when I would do that. When you have a relationship, you get failed listings, um, and some other off-market types, but yeah, I like the public records because we can get to these people first, right when they're filed. One of my students gets to that information before PropStream, before the local public records website, because she found out the cycle of when they actually record it and put it in the system and how to get that information just from going down there, searching the websites, calling and stuff like that. Then she finally found out. She was looking for some other stuff too, and she found that out. So they don't have you can take hold of it, Saeed. You can take hold of it. It's marketing. You cannot market towards them. So marketing is a loosely defined word. All right. So sending that text message, shit. Telling them that their house has potential, shit. What up? I'm coming for you. Uh oh, MQ says, where did you even find the inner Jewish post? So where I don't know where they like find it at out there to like get it and read it, but I found this. This is a guy that's in foreclosure in Denver, Colorado. And this is the paperwork on the 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo that's worth nearly 400,000. And it says in here, I got all of the rules, man, for the foreclosures and how to the redemption and everything, man, in Denver, Colorado, right? So what the hell? So, okay. So anyway, in here it says when they published it, the first publication was 8/12/2022. The last one was 9/9/2022, and then it said published in, and it just tells. I thought it was going to be the Denver Post, dude, but it's the Intermountain Jewish News. So that's how I found it because I talked to this guy and I told him I needed him to send me all of the paperwork that he has on his foreclosure, what's going on with this property, so that way I can give him we can talk about numbers in a more specific way, because before I find out what information is going on with this property and verify some things, I can't just throw you a number out. I'm sorry, but that's not how we operate, because we like to do good business, so he sent me that, and his girlfriend sent it in about an hour, and that was yesterday. And I talked to him today, man, and Jack, crushing it, dude, crushing it. Try to help them get out of that situation. That's right. That's what we're doing. Mechanic Mario says learning every day. So Bopley, I don't know like exactly where you can download it because the markets are different, but all you got to do is get with your clerk of courts. And it's public record. So they may have a way that you can download that, or if you talk to them and you get in nice enough with them, they'll let you know every time that they're recording cycle when they record them. All right. So Quinn Wilson asks, do you have to pay the amount arrears when taking over sub two? So that's a great question, Quinn. Great question, man. It shows me that you're listening. You are putting in some energy and effort to learn this shit, dude. So I love the question, man. So when it's in foreclosure and they are behind, that's what arrears means, guys. Arrears is the payments you are that arrear that is in your rear. Whoa, but so that's your back payments. So depending, man, because these, they have a lot of rules and a lot of ins and outs that a lot of people don't know. So if you know some of the rules, there are certain instances where you don't have to catch up those back payments. You just have to exercise one of their loss mitigation options, which is why in my becoming the bank challenge, when I do have my becoming the bank challenge, which is not going to be too far out, guys, I just got something I got to do next week. I'm going to have my foreclosure mitigation training in there, and that tells you the options where you can buy these houses and sometimes not have to catch up the payments that they're behind. Like the house I just got the $40,000 down payment on, they were $43,000 behind. I didn't get a $43,000 down payment. I got a $40,000 down payment. They were 43 behind, and I didn't have to catch that up. I didn't have to catch that up because I'm a foreclosure expert, and I found, I asked questions to the seller, found out that he didn't use his options. So once I got control of that property, I used those options because I had the right to do that. You know what I mean? So, and then in another case though, Quinn, I bought a house that had 6 days to go until the sheriff's auction. And in that case, yes, I did have to catch up the arrears. All right. I did have to catch up those arrears. It cost me $15,700. Now that 15,700, it did not come out of my pocket though, because we've got a technique and a strategy so that we don't have to pay that out of our pocket. That's why with this house that is valued at 1.9 million, 1.9 million, man. Oh my God. Dude, this is gonna, like, I always tell you guys, right? I always tell you guys like how this has changed my entire freaking life, right? Always, man. Because it has. And when I get this house that is valued at 1.9 million, guess what's gonna happen, guys? My fucking life is gonna change again. It's gonna change again. The dude has damn near $1 million in equity in this property. 1 million in equity. And I've already got the solution for him for the condo situation. The condo's valued at 400 some thousand. And then his wife lives in the house that's valued at 1.9. And his concern, he told my acquisitions manager, which is one of my students, he told Omar that he wanted to take care of the condo first. That was the more pressing of issues. So when I got on the phone with him, I told him, hey, yeah, I know you had mentioned another house to Omar, but we're going to put that on the back burner for now, because I said, I'm the type of person that when I enter into the war with somebody, I fight it one battle at a time. Because if we look at the whole war and try to win that in one battle, we won't win it. And I said, Michael, I'm here to win, and I'm here to win for you. Oh man, that guy loves me. So I've got no doubts that I will be acquiring that house that's 1.9 million. 1.9 million in Denver, Colorado, man. Shit. 6 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms. Come on now. Holler at your mother boy, man. Love it. All right. Chaz says a small town in central Illinois. Well, guess what, homie? I'm from a small town in western Iowa. So, then the best part is about this, Chaz, too, is you can do this virtually as well, man. Now, I recommend to my students that you do something in your backyard first, right? So that you can get that experience, right? Go through that transaction and be hands-on. And then you learn some ins and outs, right? You learn some of the landmines that pop up in a real estate transaction, man. Some of the fires that pop up that you got to put out. You learn that, and then you do the virtual. Like me now, man, I'm doing the virtual now too, right? I'm buying them in my city, which I have one. I'm taking possession of on the 1st. I was just over there today. Put a video on my IG and my TikTok for that. But I'm also acquiring in Denver, Colorado, and Las Vegas now, because I now know how to navigate the system, man, like a pro. Because I am, but I put the work in too. I put the work in too. I was willing to go through I was willing to go through that learning curve, and one thing is this too, guys. As an entrepreneur and somebody who wants something different for their life, something better, it's difficult, it's hard, and it's hard because mm, entrepreneurs, man, and people that want more and are actually willing to go out there and get it and take the risks and take action on that. It looks like you may be doing something stupid at first. Like I know that's kind of harsh, but that's the truth. It looks like you're making a dumb move to people on the outside looking in, right? So you got people that are discouraging you and like, oh man, you know what? Oh, another one of your ideas, or oh, don't you have a good job? Don't you get paid enough? Why would you want to do that? Or isn't real estate investing risky? And all this shit, right? And it's bullshit, man, because it looks like you're doing something stupid, right? And then to you, right, when you first start, and you're taking action and you're getting momentum, right, and you're making progress. Well, what happens is this, guys, and I mean, this always happens. There's no way around it. All right, listen to me, guys, because this is what separates the good from the great here. Okay, so when you're making that progress, man, and you're getting close, what it looks like initially is that you are coming upon a disaster. Like if you make one misstep, it'll all fall, right? It's like you're coming. It looks like a disaster usually, okay? But but if you are willing, all right, and able, right, you have the mental fortitude to fight through that, to fight through it. What happens is you turn that disaster into your dream, man. Into you achieving your dream. It's almost like, with diamonds, right? Diamonds are rocks, man, that are not, pleasurable, aesthetic to the eye. But once they go through that pressure, that diamond is formed. You know what I mean, guys? So the same thing as gold, man. Gold goes through a fire to become more pure, all right, more valuable, but that fire's hot. So are you willing to fight through what may look like disaster? But if again, like with the Go Getter family, that's why I'm having the Becoming the Bank challenge, man, because the community is growing, all right, and we're growing into a movement, man. Look at all these people on here tonight, man. All types of comments, man. People asking questions, participating, learning. My students buying houses, man, left and right, all around the country. It's turning into a movement, and I'm having the Becoming the Bank challenge, and it's going to be 5 days straight, man, 2 hours a day, to see who I want 20 people to buy a house within 30 days. And I'm laying this out for you step by step. That is the problem, man, when people start something new, especially real estate, because real estate has a 95% fail rate. 95%. And that's because people don't have a plan. They don't have somebody to follow their footsteps, right? Or somebody like a mentor that they can call when they are having a problem or in the middle of a transaction, that they can call and ask a question. And if they can't call and ask that question and get that question answered, it may take them weeks to find out the answer to that question. Weeks. And in that time period, those weeks, the deal ends up dying. And then you know what happens? You know what happens then? Your willpower ends up dying along with it. And then you know what happens after that willpower goes? Well, then your dream dies with it. And then you know what happens when your dream dies? Do you know? Your fucking spirit goes after that. Because then you are reserved. You have resigned yourself to the fact that there is nothing better for you. That this is what life is. Working this 9 to 5, day to day, man, going and devoting this energy to some place that you don't want to be. And I was talking to somebody today, and I told her, like, when we are going somewhere to devote energy to a place that we don't want to be, it ends up taking more energy than it normally would, because we got to muster up the energy to go put energy into this shit over here when we don't want to. And we have, you go through that process and you end up resigning yourself to the fact that this is what life is. And I'm here to tell y'all, man, I'm here to tell you right now that it isn't. That is not what life is. It is not. All right. So Saeed, it's homeownership consultant. Experienced homeownership consultant. He said, I got to give you more flames for that. All right. Salute, homie. Thank you. And T says, how do you figure out what your character is? Figure out your character. So that is a great question, T. And I'll have to pose another question to you is what makes you feel good about yourself? What makes you feel happy? What makes you feel fulfilled? I'll tell you what makes me feel fulfilled and happy. Helping other people. Helping other people. And especially helping other people that had lost hope and felt that there was nothing left, nothing more. Their situation was dire. It's over. Right. And my character, the character of my business, it naturally developed into that because that's just who I am, right? So ask yourself, what makes you happy? Because different things make different people happy, T. So some people that are out there, like some shark investors, what makes them happy is the accumulation of money, power and influence at the expense of others. And that's just what makes them happy. So they will go out there and they will do whatever it takes to get a deal, lie, steal, manipulate, whatever. Because what gives them fuel is the accumulation of money. And that's not what gives me fuel. Money is just a tool. Money is a means to an end, right? So money, yes, it makes things easier, but we get money as a side effect of who we are and what we do. So who is your character in the marketplace? Who are you? Do you like helping people? Do you like making people feel better? Do you like bringing joy to people? Like, what is it, right? When you find out what that is, then you mold really your business around that because what happens is you want your client, your prospect to feel that way. And then what happens is now you know how you want them to feel, right? So then you do whatever it takes to get them to feel that way as it pertains to a real estate transaction. All right. So I know I got a little philosophical on that, but hey, Okay, that's what's up. Thank you, T. Thank you, T. Mechanic Mario said we want to see that website. All right, player. This is what I'm gonna do. Look, I'm telling y'all, I'm trying to tell y'all, I went through it. So I'm about to show you, man. Let me show you. Hey, this shit crazy, Mechanic Mario. I hope you still on here too, man. And you gonna embarrass me like this. Because I'm gonna show you. I ain't even tripping. I'm gonna show you. Make sure y'all can see it. Yep. Okay. So let me show you. Mechanic Mario. This is what my website looks like. So I used PropStream and I believe it's under campaigns. No, is it? Yep. Look, guys. Look, it says edit website. Look at this thing. Oh my God. That's it. It's just that landing page, dude. Some of you guys know 1E3T because that's my holding company. So if you bought one of my courses and you see that website here on the right, it'd be on the right side of your screen. That's it. It's just a landing page, and you can't see that to read it. But let me read to you what that says. Now, remember, guys. Now you got to give me a break here. I was new, super duper new, but it says, "Are you interested? Contact us," and then it'll send us an email if they do contact us and fill out this submission form here. But it says, "Do you need to sell your home but don't want to pay a realtor and closing costs? Foreclosure, no equity, divorce, inherited, moving out of state? Let us help you get the value you deserve. Our experienced consultants understand you want to take advantage of your biggest investment. Our results-oriented team gets you the money you deserve. Call us today for the comfort of guaranteed results. Get cash for your home." But look at this little old piddly thing, man. Oh my goodness, that thing is so embarrassing. I hope y'all ain't laughing too hard at me now. Shit. But all right, guys, I've been on here a while. All right. So I appreciate I appreciate you guys coming on here, and I appreciate the support. I appreciate you guys asking questions. I appreciate you guys letting me pour into you, man, and give you guys this knowledge. I really do. So, you guys are the heroes, man. I'm just the vessel. You know what I mean? Chaz Lewis says, "Is the challenge something we can sign up for?" In person or through Zoom. So the challenge will be something, yes, that you can sign up for. It'll have a general admission, and then it's going to have a VIP, man. The VIP, you get an hour with me, question answer session, but you're also going to get some deliverables. All right. So I'm going to give you, whoop, damn, did the sound go out again? No. I'm going to give you guys, whoops, I'm going to give you guys some other training and documents and tutorial videos prior to, right, that's not seen by the public, because there's so much information with this. Like, I give you guys a lot of information here on YouTube, but I've got so much more to give, man, so much more. And it'll just help you be an expert and be good at what you do, man. When I was talking to Mike tonight, the guy out in Denver, oh man, he was just lapping it up, man, like loving it, because I know what the hell I'm talking about, and he could see that and he could feel it. And he's like, "Well, it sounds like you've got this all planned out." And I said, "Well, Michael, this is just what I do. This is what I am a professional at. So it's not that I have it planned out. It's just that I know, how to proceed." And he loved it, man. So to answer your question, yes, you will be able to sign up for that, and you'll see the sign up places. All right, man, I got you. Um, Obsession says PropStream is well worth the money. You damn right. PropStream is what? Man, PropStream's definitely worth the money, Obsessions. You hit that on the head for real. So, Mechanic Mario, that's a good question. He says if the seller owns the house and he wants all the money, for example, 400,000, can he or she do a cash out refi and then we do a subject to on the refinance? Can they do that? Thanks for sharing. Yes, you can do that. I mean, it would make sense for them, cuz uh shit, pretty much the same. Pretty much. Well, no, that isn't actually. I like that. I like that. I really like that. Wow, Mechanic Mario. Holy shit, dude. You might have came up with something here. I like that, man. So he's saying, what he's saying is the seller wants all the cash, the lump sum, and we don't have it. So can they do a cash out refi? So can they refinance that home? So the seller, yeah, I was just about to say that, and I just read it. The seller would have to own that home, but they may not, because that's then a liability for them, though, Mario. So it may work. No, they can do that technically, yes. Um, but convincing them to do that might be another story. All right. But they won't have to pay taxes because that's debt. And then we're just servicing that debt for them. So that is a good that could be still a good strategy, Mechanic Mario, because they won't have to pay any taxes on that because that is debt. That's how the wealthy and the elite, move, man. So she said, "I asked before you explained." That's all right. Shit, I used to do that all the time, man. So Elijah Pettit says, and Elijah, where you from, homie? You seem, I don't recognize your name, man. You're new to the channel. Put where you're from when you ask a question. I like to see where people is from. How to write up a contract once you find a foreclosed house. So yeah, we absolutely teach you how to write up a contract. Our contracts are already written up. You just got to change a couple of things on there depending on the deal. But your contract is your most powerful tool, Elijah. All right, is the first thing, right? The pen's mightier than the sword. Okay, and actually in the challenge as part of my 4 P's of real estate investing, it is it's problem, right? You got to find the problem, then you find the property, right? Where do you find that at? And then the person, and then the last P is paperwork. And we're going to actually go over that on a deeper level in the challenge. that paperwork side, tell you what paperwork you need. And there are particular ways, because there's 38 different ways to do these types of transactions. There's a lot of different types too. You got your lease option, your sandwich lease option, your option to buy, agreement for deed, subject to, wrap. I mean, there's just, there's a lot, dude. So that said, we have the contracts, and then my inner circle. Of course, we go over those contracts all the time, teach you all about those on the inner circle, because you get my time, my one-on-one and group. But the challenge that I'll be having here in a short few weeks, which I will be putting out there to y'all so you can sign up for it, man. We're gonna give you all the game in there. But those contracts, man, I've got the subject to document packet, the lease option, the agreement for deed document packet, the land trust document packet. There's a lot of contracts, man, but they are very, very, very important. And it's hard to find these contracts, man, for these types of transactions. You know what I mean? Okay, this is a good question, man. And then I got to go after this one. All right. I love y'all. Y'all did a gang of comments too, man. That's super dope. Super dope. Elijah says he's from New Jersey. He's super new here. All right, cool, man. Hey, thanks for joining us tonight, man. I'm talking about, and I'm sure you already know, but for the new viewers, I'm talking about how you can buy an investment property by taking over the existing mortgage. Buy it with no credit checks, no applications, no qualifying for that debt. You don't got to show W-2s. You don't even need a realtor. You don't have to have inspections or appraisals, man. This is the right way to do real estate, and it's right in front of our face. They just hide this information. So thanks for coming in tonight, Elijah. Don't forget to hit that like button for me, homie. All right. And consider subscribing, man, if you feel like I brought you some value. Now, Jay Moniz asks a hell of a good question. When I put a house under contract for an assignment fee, is the contract that I have them sign the assignment purchase and sale agreement, or purchase and sale agreement, or, and then I don't know what the or is, but that you and the seller sign the purchase and sale agreement together. All right. And then you have your buyer sign the assignment contract, because that's what you put your assignment fee on. So we go over that stuff too, man. So, but yeah, absolutely, man. So purchase and sale agreement with your seller, and then you have the buyer sign you the assignment contract. All right. So guys, man, I can't even tell you how much fun this was tonight, man, because I went in, I gave y'all some game, man. I got the energy sucked out of me. I'm a little tired, man, because I was dropping that heat on y'all, but it's all good. I love you. So I want to thank you guys though for joining me. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. And can you imagine yourself though? Can you imagine yourself being able to buy investment properties, man? Buy investment properties without having to go to the damn bank and beg those people. Can you imagine that? I mean, wouldn't it be freaking amazing to be able, because you can buy as many of these houses as you want. Like, how much work are you going to put in? Guys, I own 7 right now. Well, not technically, right? On the 1st, I'll be taking possession of my 7th. Then I'm working 2 more properties in Denver, Colorado. And then my lead manager just told me she sent 2 warm leads yesterday to my acquisitions manager. So, and this is in 1 year, guys. In 1 year. Dude, I'm going to own freaking hundreds of these things. Hundreds, man. And I'm helping so many people. So, could you imagine what your life would be like? Right? Can you imagine that? I want you to think to yourself, man. Think to yourself, right? You joined the Go-Getter family, all right? You joined the Go-Getter family Real Estate Investing Academy. You got in the Becoming the Bank Challenge. And maybe you felt the urge to apply to my inner circle mentorship, and you got in, and you got all the information, and then 90 days from then you're where you're at. You got your monthly income, monthly passive income goal, 10,000 a month, 15,000 a month. What I want you guys to picture right now, all right? I want you guys to picture this. What does your life look like? What does your life look like 90 days from now when you've gotten in a program, man, the Go-Getter family or any program, whatever, man, whatever you feel the need to, right? But you've gotten in the program and you were successful, and you got your monthly passive income goals. What does life look like? What are you doing? Are you spending time with your family? Are you are you buying stuff off the shelf for your daughter if she points at it like, "Dad, I want this," and she's already got 3 of them because that's what I do. What does that look like? Are you take your family to Mexico for a week, kids going out of the country for the first time, man, stay right on the beach. What does life look like? Are you happy waking up in the morning, man, because you can wake up and you're not all frazzled and have anxiety because you're running late and you're moving fast because you got somewhere to be to go sell your time? But no, instead you get to sit down, enjoy your cup of coffee, talk to your kids if it's summertime, make them breakfast, right? What does life look like? Well, whatever that is, all right, whatever that is, I want y'all to keep a hold of that, all right? You keep a hold of that so that you have a direction that you are aiming for, man, an objective. You want to get to that point, all right? So, guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. And you know what it is, all right? Till next time, y'all. Let's get to it.
I'm a go